welcome back. Today we're going to do an hour-long practice together. I'm Molly, I'm your yoga teacher, your PT. Today is going to be the set. So I did my yoga training with Awakening Yoga Academy with Patrick Beach and Carlin Harps, and it was awesome. And they have this hour-long set practice called the set. And it's just a really well-rounded practice, great for the intermediate, but there will be some beginner modifications. As always, grab blocks if you feel like you need more extension through your arms, if you're tight through the back body, etc. Otherwise, you shouldn't need anything, just your mat and your body, and we'll get started. So we're going to come to a seated posture, Virasana or Vajrasana. Your hips will rest either on top of your heels or in between your heels. And as you arrive into this space, let your body become present, become heavy here. Fully embodying yourself in this time, in this place. Letting breath, mind, body, spirit all have the same experience for the next hour. We take these few moments at the beginning of practice to separate what we were doing before and what we have to do after from right now. Start to tune into your breath, paying attention to the inhales and the exhales coming into and out of your nose. Trying to create big, expansive 360-degree breaths through the chest, outwards against the ribs, and then into the belly and the back body. Calming exhales out of your nose. Next time on your inhale, just take your breath in a third of the way and pause. Fill up 2/3, pause. And then fill up all the rest of the way. Pause at the top. And then full exhale out of your nose. Nice and slow and steady. Now take a full breath in through your nose all the way to the top. And then exhale 1/3, pause. 2/3, pause, and all the way out, compressing belly to spine. Good. On your next inhale, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, and then exhale, we'll combine it 1/3, 2/3, and 3/3. Two more just like that. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Move through this last round on your own. And so we have arrived. I like to share the Pure Motive by Awakening Yoga Academy. It says, every time we step onto our mats, we practice out of a love for ourselves, with the desire to know the truth of our own being, and with the longing to benefit all beings in all times and spaces. We practice simply because it is our nature to do so. There is no separation, it is just a way of life. Now on your next inhale, interlace your fingers behind you, right thumb on top, knuckles chase the ground, heart reaches up towards the sky. And then exhale, bring your hands onto your right hip like a holster. Then drop your right ear over to your right shoulder. A nice stretch for the left side of the neck. If you want, you can add some yeses, some nos, some circles. Maybe send a little extra breath up into the neck. One more breath here. And then exhale, release, hands behind you. Interlace, opposite grip, left thumb is on top. Knuckles weight down towards the ground, heart puffs up towards the sky. Big breath in. And then exhale. Hands come over to the left hip. Drop left ear to left shoulder. And just be here and breathe and find something interesting to stretch into. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Soften down through both shoulders. Lengthen the back of the neck. Place your fingers back behind you. Press into the tops of your feet and shins. Inhale, reach your hip points up towards the sky. Keep chin tucked in towards chest, but feeling opening on the front of your shoulders. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release glutes down to your heels. Lean forward, come into a tabletop pose. And let's have our hands flipped so our fingertips are pointing back to our knees. Wrist creases are facing forwards. And then move through cat-cow, rib circles, hip circles, any variation of the above that's going to wake up your spine in your shoulder girdle and your hips, in your presence and embodiment. Keep moving, keep finding something that's calling to you, whether that's with activation or softening. Take 2 more inhales and 2 more exhales. Last one with your own breath. Good. Tuck your toes under, reach your hands forward a little bit more, and then rise up to plank pose. Heels are pressing back behind you, lengthening across the front of the collarbones. Gaze is in front of you, and ribs knit in towards your spine. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Good. Now keep your toes tucked. Drop your knees to the mat. Come into toes pose. Good. If your pinky needs a little extra encouragement to find its way under the ball of your foot, give it a little help. And then interlace your fingers on the front of your heart. Take a breath in to puff up this space. And then exhale, flip your hands inside out, round through your shoulders. Cat with your back as you flick your tailbone between your thighs. Inhale, keep your hands as they are. Gaze up towards the ceiling, add a bit of a back bend if you want. Exhale, hands towards the front, round through the upper spine. Inhale, find an arc, gaze upward, rise up. Exhale, think cat as you push your hands away from you. One more inhale here. Good, this time cactus your elbows, bend them down. Keep your heart expanding open. And exhale, release hands to the mat. Untuck your toes. Give them a bit of a wiggle. And then hands placed beside your shins, beside your thighs. We're going to come into flying integration. This is a really great strengthening pose for the front body. We're going to separate our shoulder blades and hold for 10 seconds. So inhale to prepare. Really root your hands down into the mat. Inner feet sickle inwards. And then exhale, push the ground away, separate through the shoulder blades, hug knees in towards chest, and hold, hold, hold. Good, see if you can find even more space between the shoulder blades. Take 3 more breaths. 1, exhale, release down. Nice job. Place your hands at the top of the mat. Tuck your toes and glide your hips high, downward facing dog. Take a generous bend in your knees to keep the low spine long. Most of the weight is through the L shape of your index and thumb. Take a little turn out of the hands if your shoulders are tight. And here just stay or pedal out your feet. Explore your shape, explore your body. See what feels different today, see what feels the same today. Sometimes our heels are able to drop to the mat, and sometimes that causes a rounding and a compromising elsewhere, and that's totally normal. Take one more breath in your downward facing dog. Good. And then exhale, we're going to roll forward to plank pose, undulating through the spine, stacking shoulders on top of wrists. Good. Exhale, lower as one piece, down to the mat, elbows hug in by your sides. Untuck your toes, inhale, locust pose. Arms sweep behind you, you're skimming the earth, reaching chest forward, 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 and up. Good. Exhale, plant your hands, tuck your toes, sit your hips to your heels, move through child's pose to downward facing dog. That was our modified vinyasa. Next we'll do our normal vinyasa. On your next in-breath, reach your heels, roll forward to plank pose. Exhale, we'll do a full push-up, lower down to the mat. Exhale, ride that breath all the way down as you lower your knees and elbows to the mat. Inhale, scoop the body forward, find your upward facing dog, flip onto the tops of the feet. And exhale, tuck chin to chest, push the ground away, glide your hips high, downward facing dog. Good. On your next breath in, place your right foot by your right thumb, lower left knee down. Inhale, sweep right hand up to the sky, easy twist. And then exhale, release your hand, straighten into your right leg, fold over that knee. Again, think about keeping length through the spine. Bend back into the right knee, inhale, active squat, left foot steps forward, sit your hips low, reach hands forward. And exhale, stand hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up to the sky, gaze follows, add a back bend if you want. And exhale, hands come through heart center, squat down. Good, hands plant, inhale, step your right foot back, lower the knee, sweep left arm open to sky. And then exhale, plant your left hand down, modified pyramid, straighten-ish into left leg. Good, inhale slightly into your left leg. Plant both hands. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Moving through our awakening sun salutation ace. So inhale, lift your heels up, bend your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, you're gonna step, hop, float, any way to get to the top of the mat. Plant your heels down, inhale, active squat. Good, exhale, stand hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, Virasana. Side bodies are long. And exhale, sit down into your squat. Inhale, plant hands, bend elbows, prepare. Exhale, move through your vinyasa, modified or full version. Lowering down onto the elbows at the end of the exhale, and then inhale to pull forward to upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. And we move again. Inhale, lift your heels, gaze forward, bend your knees. Exhale, hops up, float, top of the mat. Feet on the outsides of the hands, toes out, heels in. Inhale, active squat, engage your glutes. Exhale, stand, hands to heart. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, prepare, bend your elbows. And then exhale, move through your vinyasa. Maybe try a different variation this round. Inhale into your back bend. And exhale through child's or plank to downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, gaze forward, prepare. Exhale, use that momentum to come to your active squat. As you breathe in, stack your spine tall. As you breathe out, extend through your legs. Good. Upward salute. And squat back down. Inhale, hands plant into the mat. And then exhale, move through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog, cobra locust. And exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Down dog. Next breath in, sweep your right heel high. Wrap the right hip down. Plug the left femur back into its socket. And exhale, right foot to right thumb. Bend the left knee, hover off the mat. Inhale, reach up, double bent leg lunge. And exhale, keep the whole pelvis as it is. Press the left leg straight. Heel reaches back. Good. Inhale, hands to heart. Lean out over your right toes, crouching warrior. And exhale, press the ground away, straighten. Inhale, ball of the left foot lands behind you. Come back to where you started in your lunge. And then exhale, thumbs come to the base of your skull. Elbows reach up towards the sky, gaze up. Good. Now open your arms wide. Expand across your collarbone. And then exhale, hands frame your right foot. Bring it high, three-legged dog. Inhale, scoop your body through upward facing dog. Exhale, follow your breath. Back. Other side, inhale, left heel lifts. Exhale, curl into your body, plant it beside your left thumb. Hover right knee off the mat, inhale, double bent leg lunge, fingertips to sky. Keep your pelvis glued in concrete, exhale, straighten right leg. Good, hands to heart, inhale, lean out over the left big toe. Exhale, stay balanced as you press the ground away and straighten. Land on the ball of your right foot, inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, thumbs to the base of your skull, gaze up, hugging your elbows together. Inhale, open your heart, open your arms, straighten. Exhale, hands frame the left foot, reach it high, and down dog. Inhale, look forward, hover off the ground, find your back bend. And then exhale, tuck chin to chest, lift your hips high, down dog. Moving through the right side again, inhale, lift your heel. Exhale, curl right knee into body and land it between your legs. Left knee hovers off the mat, inhale, double bent leg lunge. Exhale, straighten, keep hips low. Hands to heart, inhale, crouching warrior, bent leg warrior. And exhale, straighten, wrap left hip down. Inhale, left foot lands, crescent lunge. Exhale, thumbs to nape of neck. Tuck your pelvis under at the same time. Inhale, open your arms. Exhale, hands frame right foot. Reach it high, magnetize up towards the sky. Inhale, move forward through your upward facing dog. Smile across the collarbones. And exhale, tuck chin to chest. Spiral inner thighs up and back. On your in-breath, left heel lifts. Exhale, left foot plants between your thumbs. Right knee bends and hovers off the mat. Inhale, bent leg lunge. And exhale, straighten. Thumbs to the heart, inhale, lean out. Bent leg, warrior three. Crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, straighten. Long limbs in all directions. Right toes laying behind you. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, thumbs down, elbows up. Tuck the pelvis under, open up through the upper body. And then exhale, hands frame left foot. Left heel reaches up high. Inhale, elbows skim the earth, belly skims the earth. Flip on the tops of the feet. And exhale, find your home base. We'll move a little more slowly on this last round, just to feel every little movement. So on your inhale, we'll spend a few seconds reaching our right heel high. And then 7 count to bring your knee into your chest and land your right knee or your right foot between your thumbs. For 3, 2, press the ground away. 1, left knee hovers off the mat. Inhale, 7 count to rise up into your lunge. Take your time knitting your ribs in towards your spine and rolling your biceps forward, backwards actually. Good. Now, for 3 second count, I want you to press your left heel back, straighten through that left leg. Hands come to heart center. Slow transition, leaning out into our bent leg, warrior 3. Right quad is very awake. Hold here for 2. For 1, and then press the ground away, straighten into your right leg. Hello to shakes in your body. Good, slow transition. Left toes are going to land super soft, really bending into the right knee. And reach up for crescent lunge. Good. Thumbs come to the nape of your neck. Spend a second to really hug the inner elbows together. And see if your shoulder blades can scoop up underneath your heart. Plug right femur back into socket. Feel the stretch on the front of the left hip. And then inhale, big opening. Straighten your arms, gaze up. Exhale, hands frame the right foot, lower down, and then rebound up into your three-legged dog. Like you're moving through molasses, slide forward, forward, forward into your upward facing dog. Take a breath here. And then undulate through your spine, roll through your body, downward facing dog. And breathe. Other side, 7 count. Left heel magnetizes up towards the sky. Engage through the back body, through the glutes. And then 7 count to hug left knee into chest. Use your right knee bend as a springboard to plant left foot between your thumbs. Land it softly, heel to toe. Good. Right knee hovers off the mat. 7 count to rise up into our double bent leg lunge. Like everything is moving through, honey. Your hips are glued where they are. Take 3 seconds to feel the stretch on the front of the right hip as you straighten that right leg. Hold for 1 more breath. Good. Hands to heart center. Slow transition into that left glute to bent leg warrior 3. Reaching long from crown of head through the right heel. And then press the ground away, straighten. Soft, slow landing into the right toes. Digging into the left knee. And then inhale, reach your arms up for crescent lunge. Nice and long through your sideways, still knitting the ribs in. And then hands come down to the nape of your neck. Roll the shoulders on the back body, scoop underneath the heart. Inhale, open your arms. 2 more breaths here. Good, and exhale. Hands down to the mat. Reach your left heel high. Slow motion. Scoop your body forward, hover off the mat. Inhale into your upward facing dog. And exhale, tuck your chin. Hips lead the way. Downward facing dog. Close your eyes. Listen to your breath. We have 5 counts of breath here. Again, you can explore or you can stay still. See if each inhale can grow you longer, pressing the mat away with your hands, reaching sit bones up towards the sky. And then exhale, you're just gonna solidify into your shape, so really tighten your muscles, own this position. For 1 more inhale, and 1 more exhale. Left toes stay planted. Inhale, reach right heel up to the sky. Bend left knee to propel you forward. Right foot lands by right thumb. Left heel swivels down, arms open, cartwheel to warrior 2, Virasana 2. We have 5 breaths here. Find your shape and stay steady in it. Hands cast shadows over the feet. Gaze follows the right middle finger. Dig the left big toe into the mat and pull it back to activate the arch in the back foot. Finding equal parts intensity and peace, familiarity and challenge. For 2 more breaths. 1 more inhale. And exhale, plant your left hand on the inside of your right foot. Inhale, twist open, stack your foot. Vajrasana, side plank. So you can stay here pressing the ground away with the left hand. If you need to modify, you can drop left knee. If you want to make it harder, lift right foot. Or if you want to open up but plant the right toes behind you, move into wild thing. We have 4 more breaths wherever you are. Find something that feels right for you today. Good, one more inhale. And then exhale, hug right knee into your body. Slowly, slowly, slowly transition to the top of your mat. Good. We're moving into side angle. So roll the left heel down again. Find your warrior shape in the lower body. And then upper body has options. Block would be great. Resting elbow onto knee is great. Or if you can find the length today, try to place your right hand down. But think about scooping the right sit bone underneath you. Stay active to the outer edge of the left foot. Find a way that lets you keep some length through the right side waist. For 2 more breaths. Good, inhale, reverse your warrior. Left arm weightlessly down the left leg, right arm reaches overhead. And then if your legs need to break, straighten right knee. Puff up right lung with your breath. Good, and exhale. We're going to move to Trichonos, triangle pose. Step the back foot in a little bit if you need. Right toes are straight, left are at an angle. And right hand comes to a block to the mat or to your shin. If your gaze wants to, it can follow the right thumb up towards the sky. Again, cut the hips back behind you and then stretch long through the spine. We're here for 3 more. One more inhale. And exhale, hands to mat. Big release. On your breath in, lift your right leg high to the sky. And then exhale, hug right knee in towards right elbow or tricep. Whatever you want to stay strong here. Option to take an arm balance by placing the right knee on the outside of the tricep, straightening it out if you have the space, and lifting the back leg up. Wherever you are, you're holding for 3, staying strong and stable for 2, and 1. Good. Move through your vinyasa. Take the push-up or not. We all move through our back bend, and we meet up in down dog. Other side. Inhale, left foot reaches up and high. Bend the right knee, and exhale, plant left big toe by left thumb. Roll the right heel down, carve your arms open. If you're a Vajrasana too. Strong, steady foundation. Your legs are what give you that base. We find good stacking, good alignment. So we can grow lighter in our upper body. 3 more breaths. See if you can bend a little deeper into that left leg. Don't shy away from discomfort. For 1. Good. Right hand plants down inside the left foot. Stack your left leg on top. Vajrasana, side plank. Any option you want. Again, lowering knee, lifting leg, or left toes behind you for wild thing. Creating a shelf for the heart with the right shoulder blade. We're here for 4 more breaths. Beautiful, and on your next inhale, drive through the right heel, hug left knee into chest, and exhale, slowly roll the left foot to the top of the mat. Swivel right heel down, place left hand on the inside of the left foot or on your left elbow. Kanasana, side angle pose. Right fingertips reach high or overhead, bicep framing the ear. Roll out through the right inner thigh and get heavy into the left hamstring, pulling you down and underneath you. Think about scooping that hip bone back so you're not shortening through the left side waist. See if that gives you a little more room for 2. And 1. Good, reverse your warrior. Drive into left heel, left arm overhead, right hand down the right thigh. Again, if you want, straighten into the left knee. Find some ease here. And exhale, Trichonos triangle pose. Find what stance with your feet feels comfortable. And then open your wingspan up. Finding length in all directions. Gaze is wherever is balancing and challenging. Take one more breath in. And then exhale. Hands plant on the mat. Swivel onto the ball of the right foot. Reach left heel high. Exhale, drive left knee in towards left tricep or elbow. Or take Ekapada Kundinyasana 2 by swinging it to the outside. Lifting the right leg off the mat. Wherever you are, spend 3 solid, steady breaths here. 2 more, drive a little higher, separate your shoulder blades. And 1, move through your vinyasa. Either the modified version, lifting up into locust pose, or the full one, moving through upward facing dog. And then we'll meet in down dog together. And breathe. Again, feel into your shape. How does this compare to where you started? Are you a little more opened, a little more fired? We have a 10 count journey to make it to the top of the mat, so you can be really mellow and walk. You can step, you can float, you can handstand. Starting now. So have some fun if you want, or take it easy if you want. Wherever you are, you're holding for 7 more seconds. See if you can land softly. If you're practicing a handstand, for 3, for 2, and 1. Land in Uttanasana, forward fold at the top of your mat. Feel into all 4 corners of the feet. Stamp your heels down. Bend into your knees. And then we're going to stack our spine 1 segment at a time, moving through circle chair. Standing up, your shoulders roll onto your back. The head is the last to unfurl. Open up across your collarbones. And now hinge at the hips. Send them back, chest reaches forward. Folding into Uttanasana. 4 more rounds of circle chair, finding them in the center or to the side. Great pose to close your eyes in and just feel how heavy your arms can feel, how light your spine is. Just find some continuity from left and right, top and bottom, front and back. Moving with your breath. Last inhale at the top, and then exhale, fold down. Good. Right foot steps back, lower right knee down. Twisted lizard lunge, so plant through the right hand. Inhale, stretch left fingertips forward. And then exhale, curl right heel into glute. Capture the foot behind you, using a strap if you want, or really staying active and just using the hamstring itself. And you also have the option to lower down onto your right elbow if that feels good. Really sinking the right hip down. If you feel a little instability in your pelvis, I want you to plug your left big toe back into the mat. Hug your left knee in towards center. Gaze up, open across the chest. Sink down into your hips. For 3, 2, 1. Gently release without slingshotting. Tuck your right toes, straighten into the left leg. Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Plug your left finger back into its socket. Roll your right hip forward slightly. And then option to use blocks on either side, that would feel great. And bend as much into your left knee as you need to keep the spine long. Grow the crown of the head forward. For 3, 2, 1, good. Weight goes back into the left toes if they were curled back. And then untuck the right toes. Make sure you shift onto the inner edge of that foot instead of cycling it out. And then we're going to set up for Chandrasana Lunge. So on your next breath in, lift your torso up, interlace your fingers on the front of your thigh, and then press the top of the right foot into the mat. Scissor your inner thighs together, pelvis is nice and stable, and if you can, reach your arms overhead. We're here for 3. For 2, push the ground away. And 1, lower down to the mat. Full Hanumanasana or splits. If you're with me and you don't really want to do that today, just do 7/16 splits. So anything more than your half splits will do just fine. And if you want to have bonus points, not that anything matters, maybe stack your shoulders on top of your pelvis, your head on top of your shoulders. Take a really active version. If you want, you can stretch your arms up to the side. We're going long in all limbs. Can you draw your navel in for 1? And release. Bend into your left knee. Use your hands as support on either side, and we're going to lift up the right leg into a standing splits. So fingertips can be out in front of you if you want to, really hinge more. They can be on your left foot for a balance challenge. Or if you want, take the next 3 breaths to move into a handstand. Finding play if you want, finding challenge for 2. And 1, we all land Uttanasana, top of your mat, forward fold. Good, press to your feet, circle chair, let it feel good. Just 1 more time. Good, on your next in-breath, send your left leg long, lower left knee down to the mat. And exhale, hug your inner thighs together. Inhale, stretch right fingertips forward. And then big backstroke through the arm as you curl left heel into glute twisted lizard lunge. Take, maybe the variation you took before, just to find some evenness throughout the body. Plug your right big toe into the mat. And grow long from left knee to left armpit. 2 more breaths. Good. Slowly release the left foot and send your hips back over the left knee for half splits. Remember to keep whatever bend in the right knee feels good. Think about flicking the tailbone back behind you and magnetizing your heart forward. Let your breath slow. And we're here for 1 more cycle. Good. Bend back into your right knee. Top of the left foot down onto the mat. And then stack your body, fingers are interlaced over top of your right knee. Okay, find what works for you. If you're really dumping into the low back, make it super active by tucking your tailbone underneath you. You won't get as far, but it doesn't matter. That's not the point of yoga. But wherever you are, push into your left foot. Lift your left knee off the mat. Chandrasana Lunge for 5. 4, stay steady, stay strong. Stay open for 2. 1, release slowly into full splits, Hanumanasana. Or anything a little bit more than your half splits. Whatever you got today. If you want to join me, let's take an active version, lifting up, balancing, plugging right femur back into the socket. Arms stretch out to the side. Three more cycles. Bend into your right knee. Standing splits for balance, for flexibility, or handstand. 5 counts. I'm going to take a couple breaths in each just for fun, because I like to try everything. Why not? Good. Lift up from the inner left thigh if you're in standing splits. We're here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Land in a forward fold at the top of the mat. Good. Feet can be hip width distance apart. Inhale, sit your hips back. Weight is in the heels, arms reach forward. Uttanasana chair pose. Stable chair, we're just holding here for 5. Push your knees outwards, engaging the glutes for 4. Knit your lower ribs in towards center. 1 more breath where you are. Good. Fold down. Knees come to the back of your triceps. Bakasana crow pose. So elbows can be bent or straight. Knees can be on elbows or up into armpits. Lean your weight out into your fingertips. Toes get light. And we hold here. Draw your heels up towards your sit bones. Gaze out in front of you. 2 more breaths. And 1. Good. Release the feet down. Forward fold. And then slowly stack your spine. Rising 1 segment at a time. Breathe in your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Back of the neck is long. Catch your breath in center here. Wonderful. Okay. Blink your eyes open if they're closed. Send your weight into your right leg. Setting up for Vajrasana. Curl left heel into glute. Capture the foot from the inside. Inhale, stretch right fingertips long. And then exhale, kick your foot into your hand. Lean out. Use the strap if you would like. Use the left foot to open the chest. Use the left glute to lift the left leg. Equal parts kicking and reaching for 2 more breaths. When you're ready, slowly release down. Good. Weight into the left foot. Use your strap to hook over the right toes if you need. Otherwise, capture that foot by curling heel into glute. Inhale, stretch left fingertips up to the sky. And then exhale, lean out. Moving in all directions, finding peace and balance along the way. Left foot is really active. Widen those toes. If you find yourself losing your balance, stay for 2. And 1. Good. Beautiful. 2 feet to the mat. Big breath in and big breath out. And from your Tadasana, plant your hands. Step your feet back to plank pose. Take 1 breath in, grow long across the collarbones. And then exhale, lower your body as 1 unit, belly to the mat. Fingertips come out to 10 and 2, 10 onto them. Zipper your inner thighs together. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Identify the back area of your heart and inhale, lift from there, puffing up through the back of the body. Oscillating cobra. Exhale, slowly roll your belly, your ribs, your chest and your forehead down. 4 more. Inhale, either up through center or you can look over 1 shoulder. Press through all 10 pads of your fingers. Maybe create a little traction by pulling back and magnetizing your heart forward through your shoulders. We have 2 more. Last one. Inhale, reach up through the back of the heart. Lift, 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 straighten, and then exhale, fold. Good. Recommit to the legs as a unit, and then inhale, arms skim the ground. Lift your knees from the mat, lift your chest from the mat, locust pose, Shalavasana. Good. Finding some buoyancy. like air is pushing up against you, like you're a skydiver. Engage the whole back body to lift for 3, for 2, and 1. Release, right cheek to mat. Take a breath. Good. Option to move into locust pose again. Otherwise, bend both knees. Heels stamp up towards the sky. You're going to reach for your feet and find Virasana boat pose. So hands can come to the inside or outside of the feet. You're going to kick into your hands, drive down through your hip bones, and lift your chest forward. Big front body opener. Use your powerful legs a little more. Lift a little higher through the chest. And then exhale. Left cheek to the mat, release. Press your palms and come back to a child's pose. Soften through your low back space and feel good here. Good. If this feels super juicy and good, like it totally does, you can stay in child's pose. Otherwise, if you want, you can move into dolphin or pincha Vajrasana, forearm balance. So ground down through the forearms, thumbs face each other, tuck your toes, lift your hips high. Then stretch the heart back between your shoulders, wrapping your outer armpits down. Pop into the inversion if you would like. Drive the ground away with your elbows. Bend your knees as much as you need to glide your hips high. We're here for 2. And last one, big inhale. Big exhale, release. Good. With as much ease as possible, you're going to make your way into Malasana, passive squat at the top of the mat. Feet are on the outsides of the hands, and let's just kind of rock and roll from ball of foot to heel of foot. Finding some sway side to side. And then we're going to move into circle wheel, so you can do the half version where you reach right arm behind you, kind of press up into a wild thing shape, and then exhale back to center, switching sides. If you want, I'm not going to take this option today, but you can circle through a full wheel pose and make that complete loop. But we have 3 more in each direction. Feeling into right and left, opening through the hips and the heart. Moving with your breath and finding some fun flow. Maybe you're able to scoop that shoulder blade underneath your heart a little more each round. Good, 1 more in each direction. Yummy. Beautiful. From Malasana, sit your hips down. Lie down onto your back. We're going to move through 2 symmetric back bends. So if you want to do 1 bridge, 1 wheel, 2 bridges, 2 wheels, supported bridge, whatever you want. I'm going to do 1 of each. So let's position ourselves. Bring the soles of the feet down to the mat, close towards your bum. And then drive through your feet. Pretend you have a block between your inner thighs, hugging them in. And lift your back pockets up towards the sky. You can interlace fingers underneath you, opening up across the collarbones. Find a little tuck of your pelvis underneath you. 2 more cycles. Good. Exhale, slowly lower your spine. 1 unit at a time. 3 breaths. Feel that energy running through you. second round. So if you're moving through Vajrasana with me, we'll start the same way, hugging inner thighs together, scooping your tailbone between your thighs, keeping the back of the low spine long, and then drive through your heels, lift hips high. You can stay here or place your hands by your ears, fingertips pointing down. Roll onto the top of your head, inner elbows hugging towards center, and then push the ground away. Wheel pose. So you can press your heart between your armpits. Hug inner thighs together. Straighten elbows for 3. Big expansive breaths for 2. And 1, lower down. Easily roll onto your back body. Nice job. Just let your knees drop side to side, letting the low back reset. And then keep your left kneecap pointing towards the sky, cross right ankle over left thigh. Recline pigeon, you can stay here. You can place your left foot on a wall for support, that feels super good. Or you can reach between the window created by your legs for the front of your left shin. Upper body remains pretty mellow, but you can stay active through the lower body, driving your right knee out towards the side and lengthening your tailbone down to the mat. And breathe. Maybe you feel a release in your outer right hip. Take 2 more breaths. And then wrap your right knee all the way over your left. Let your knees drop to the left. Find a spinal twist. Right arm spreads out to the right side. Gaze can follow. Your body starts to sink heavy down into your space. Letting gravity assist with opening you. And then hug knees into chest, keep them wrapped. And then draw your knees over to the right. We rarely do internal rotation stretches, so let the weight of the right leg draw left knee down towards the mat. Hopefully you feel it on the outer left glute or left hip. They're actually your deep hip rotators, like external rotators that you'll feel. Something a little different. Very good. All right, roll onto your back, plant your right heel down, cross left ankle over right thigh, and find your version of pigeon pose. More breaths to really melt into that left hip. Good, and cross left knee all the way over right, and then let your knees drop over to the right as your left hand opens to the side. Spinal twist. Really Releasing some of the tension you have in your muscles, some of the control you're holding on to. Again, let gravity help pin you down to the mat. Let's draw our knees in towards our body and then drop them over to the left. The weight of the left leg really opens up the right hip. Nice job. Hug both knees in towards your chest. And then take a happy baby, drawing your knees out to the outside of the ribs, stamping your heels to the ceiling, and holding onto the outsides of your feet. You can roll, you can bend, you can straighten, or you can stay in stillness. Drawing tailbone down to the mat, opening up through the inner groin. And then if you'd like, stay here, or plow pose, Hanumanasana. Toes overhead, bend into your knees as much as you want. You can interlace your fingers to open up through the arms. One of my favorites. Back body is nice and long. Send breath into your kidneys and your low back. Super slowly. Use your hands as brakes if you want. Roll down your spine. Hug knees into chest. Interlace your arms in the front of your shins. And then inhale to lift your forehead up towards your knees. Take a big sip of breath in. A little bit more hold at the top. Hold. And big exhale out of your mouth. Release. Shavasana. Heels to outer corners of your mat. Hands down by your side or on your body. Or if you want, you can bring your feet wide. Bend your knees in towards the center. Knock them into touch. Somewhere that feels like home for your body right now. And give into the surrender. That life is happening outside around you, but draw yourself in for just a few more sweet moments. So here again today, we let the practice wash through us. That's the moving, the shaking, the stirring up, and then the flowing of energy in the body. Moving breath, linking it with movement. And then we let the practice wash over us right here in this integration point. The pause. What did you learn today? What can you let really sink into your very being? And we let the practice wash away from us. Slowly making that transition back into the outer world from this inner space, but taking with us a little more intention, presentness, joy, peace, strength, whatever you found here. And using it for, yes, the good of yourself, but also for others. If you want to stay, please stay. If you're ready, roll onto your side. And then, with a lot of ease, sit into Sukhasana, crossing one leg over the other. Hands come onto your knees. We'll take one more cat-cow here with a big inhale. Nice, releasing exhale out of your mouth. Hands come to heart or third eye. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. All right, people. Thank you, friends, for joining. The set is just a really good, well-rounded class. Sorry my throat is very scratchy. If that was unpleasant to listen to, I apologize. But I felt great moving with you. I hope you like this class. And I hope you took something away from it. Something other than just the physical postures. We come onto the mat for many different reasons. But I hope it's something that replenishes and renews you, reminds you of your authentic self, so that you can go out into the world as a light to others. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please share with others. Like, comment below, all of the above. And then I will see you next time.